Hey foodies! Ready to embark on a culinary adventure around the world? From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the serene landscapes of Switzerland, we've got the top 7 must-try foods that will make your taste buds dance. We're talking about the kind of food that'll make you slap your mama. But in a good way, of course. We're diving headfirst into a world of flavor, so buckle up and get ready to take some notes. This isn't some amateur hour cooking show, folks. We're going for the gold, the Michelin stars, the whole bloody shebang. Get ready to ditch the takeout menus and expand those palates. First stop, France, land of love, romance, and bloody croissants. Now, I'm not talking about those sad, soggy excuses for pastries you find in some supermarkets. I'm talking about the real deal. The kind of croissant that's so flaky, so buttery, so damn delicious, it'll bring a tear to your eye. You want to know the secret to a perfect croissant? It's all in the layers, you donkey. Hundreds of delicate layers, each one brushed with butter and folded to perfection. It's a labor of love, but trust me, one bite of these beauties and you'll understand why the French are so damn smug about their pastries. Now listen, I don't want to see any soggy bottoms here. You gotta bake those croissants till they're golden brown and puffed up like a proud rooster. And don't even think about skimping on the butter. We're going for full-on indulgence here, people. Once you've mastered the art of the croissant, you can move on to other French classics like pain au chocolat, almond croissants, and those delicate little macarons that look like they were made by angels. But for now, focus on the croissant. Get it right, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a culinary god. Screw it up and you might as well pack your bags and go home. This is France, mate. The stakes are high. Next, we jet off to Tokyo, the land of the rising sun, and some of the freshest, most incredible sushi on the planet. Forget that California roll nonsense, we're talking about the real deal here. Sushi is an art form, people. It's about precision, balance, and respect for the ingredients. You can't just slap some fish on a bed of rice and call it a day. You need the freshest fish, perfectly cooked rice, and a delicate touch. First things first, you gotta find yourself a proper sushi chef, not some muppet who learned how to roll sushi from a YouTube tutorial. We're talking about a master craftsman, someone who's dedicated their life to the art of sushi. Look for a chef with years of experience, calloused hands, and a twinkle in their eye. Now let's talk fish. We want tuna so red it'll make you blush, salmon that melts in your mouth like butter. And don't even get me started on uni, sea urchin. It's the foie gras of the sea, and it's bloody delicious. But sushi isn't just about the fish. The rice is just as important. It's gotta be perfectly cooked, seasoned just right, and formed with a gentle hand. You want each grain of rice to be distinct yet still hold its shape. Get it right, and you'll be transported to a world of pure culinary bliss. Get it wrong, and you'll be wishing you'd stuck with the California rolls. This is Tokyo, people. We don't mess around. Hold on to your hats because we're heading to Sri Lanka, a tropical paradise bursting with flavor, and trust me, things are about to get spicy. We're diving headfirst into a dish that'll set your taste buds on fire. Fish ambal thial. This ain't your grandma's fish stew, folks. This is a tangy, spicy flavor explosion that'll leave you craving more. It's a riot of flavors and textures with tender chunks of fish swimming in a rich, aromatic gravy. The key to a killer fish ambal thial is the spice blend. We're talking about a symphony of flavors with notes of cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, and chilies all playing together in perfect harmony. Get the spice blend right, and you'll be transported to a world of pure culinary bliss. But it's not just about the spices. You need the freshest fish, of course. And don't even think about using pre-ground spices. We're going for maximum flavor here, people. Toast those spices whole and grind them yourself. It's a bit of extra effort, but trust me, it makes all the difference. Now let's talk heat. Fish ambal thial is supposed to be spicy, but it shouldn't blow your head off. You want a slow building heat that warms you from the inside out. Get it right and you'll be licking your plate clean. Get it wrong and you'll be reaching for the milk. This is Sri Lanka, people. We don't hold back on the spice. Let's be honest, you can't talk about food without mentioning cheese. And when it comes to cheese, Switzerland is the undisputed king. So, pack your bags, because we're heading to the Swiss Alps to indulge in a culinary classic cheese fondue. Forget those sad, pre-packaged fondue sets you find in supermarkets. We're talking about the real deal here. A bubbling cauldron of melted cheese, just begging to be dipped into. It's the ultimate comfort food, perfect for a cozy night in or a festive gathering. The key to a killer cheese fondue is, well, the cheese. You want a blend of cheeses that melt beautifully together, creating a smooth, creamy, and utterly irresistible dip. Gruyere and Emmental are classic choices, but don't be afraid to experiment with other Swiss cheeses. But it's not just about the cheese. A splash of white wine adds a lovely acidity that cuts through the richness of the cheese, and a touch of garlic rubbed on the inside of the fondue pot adds a subtle but essential flavor. Now, let's talk dipping. Crusty bread is a must, of course, but don't be afraid to get creative. Potatoes, vegetables, even pickles make delicious fondue companions. Just make sure you have plenty of napkins on hand because things are about to get messy. Get it right, and you'll be transported to a world of pure cheesy bliss. Get it wrong, and you'll end up with a pot of burnt cheese and a whole lot of disappointment. This is Switzerland, people. We don't mess around with our cheese. Next stop, Italy. Land of romance, history, and some of the most incredible gelato on the planet. Forget that mass-produced, artificially flavored ice cream you find in supermarkets. We're talking about the real deal here. Gelato is a revelation, a symphony of flavors and textures that'll make you want to sing opera. The secret to killer gelato is simple, fresh, high-quality ingredients and a whole lot of passion. We're talking about the freshest fruit, the richest chocolate, the most fragrant nuts. And don't even get me started on the pistachios. Forget those pale green imposters you find in some gelaterias. We want pistachios so vibrantly green they practically glow in the dark. The kind of pistachios that taste like they were just plucked from the tree. But gelato isn't just about the ingredients. It's about the technique. The perfect gelato is churned slowly, incorporating less air than traditional ice cream, which gives it a denser, more intense flavor. It's a delicate dance, but when it's done right, the results are pure magic. Get it right, and you'll be transported to a world of pure frozen bliss. Get it wrong, and you'll end up with a sad, icy mess. This is Italy, people. We don't mess around with our gelato. Hold on to your sombreros because we're heading south of the border to Mexico, land of sunshine, tequila, and the undisputed king of street food, the taco. Forget those hard-shell abominations filled with questionable ground beef. We're talking about the real deal here. Soft, warm tortillas piled high with fresh, flavorful fillings. Tacos are a celebration of life, a fiesta in your mouth. And the best part? They're infinitely customizable. Whether you're a meat lover, a vegetarian, or a seafood fanatic, there's a taco out there with your name on it. Let's start with the tortillas. Forget those store-bought discs of sadness. We want tortillas that are made fresh, right before our eyes. The kind of tortillas that are soft, pliable, and slightly charred from the grill. Now let's talk fillings. Carnitas, barbacoa, al pastor, the choices are endless. And don't forget the toppings. Fresh cilantro, diced onions, a squeeze of lime, and of course a healthy dose of salsa. Get it right, and you'll be transported to a world of pure taco heaven. Get it wrong, and you'll end up with a soggy, sad mess. This is Mexico, people. We don't mess around with our tacos. Last but not least, we're finishing our culinary journey in India, a land of vibrant spices, rich history, and some of the most flavorful food on the planet. And trust me, we've saved the best for last. Get ready to indulge in a dish that's so rich, so creamy, so utterly irresistible, it'll make you weak in the knees. Butter chicken. This ain't your average chicken dish, folks. This is a labor of love, a symphony of flavors that'll transport you straight to the streets of Delhi. Tender, juicy pieces of chicken bathed in a rich, creamy, tomato-based gravy, bursting with aromatic spices. It's the kind of dish that'll make you want to lick the plate clean. The key to killer butter chicken is all in the marinade. We're talking about a blend of yogurt, spices, and lemon juice that tenderizes the chicken and infuses it with flavor. And don't even think about using boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We want juicy, flavorful chicken thighs, cooked to perfection in a tandoor oven. But it's not just about the chicken, the gravy is just as important. It's a delicate balance of tomatoes, onions, ginger, garlic, and a medley of aromatic spices, all simmered together until it reaches a velvety, smooth consistency. And don't forget the butter. A generous knob of butter added at the end gives the gravy its signature richness and shine. Get it right, and you'll be transported to a world of pure culinary nirvana. Get it wrong, and you'll end up with a bland, disappointing mess. This is India, people. We don't mess around with our butter chicken. There you have it, folks. 7 incredible foods from around the world that you absolutely must try. We've traveled from the buttery streets of Paris to the spicy markets of Sri Lanka, all in pursuit of the most delicious dishes on the planet. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and start exploring. Expand your palate, challenge your taste buds, and discover a world of flavor you never knew existed. And don't forget to let me know in the comments below which dish you're most excited to try. Until next time, happy cooking!